Right. And
that obviously didn't work out well.
If everything would have stuck, that would have happened. I mean, everything's planned out, and you know what? Our plans went good, and then it's like this.
It's a roller coaster. Like now.
Next week, I could guarantee you, next week we're gonna be on slop and fucking sleeping in there. You go from the high to the pit, and then you gotta climb. That's how it is.
Right, because I mean, it all came down to one golf shot yesterday. That we could be completely in different positions.
Exactly.
So it's really
and you
stupid
can't
and weird.
Get too high and be like, oh, we're running the house, and you can't because it's definitely going to crash. It could crash that next week. So you just never know.
And that's why you got to play. I like to play week to week.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to look at Final Four or want to look at going after Brendan Rachel.
Exactly.
That's not even what I'm thinking about right now. We know in the back of our minds that it's going to come to that, but dude, I'm here right now. I'm worried about today.
Right.
You know?
And I want to get past. We want to get past pairs.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
I cannot play with Adam. It's just not a possible thing for me. I can't win. I can't do anything with him. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I can really tell you guys is that I did not go against my alliance over there. I told him I'd keep my word, and I had to stick with it. I couldn't go with you guys, and that's why I had to do it.
Yeah.
So now my back's against the wall, and I got to roll with someone else. So something's got to give for me in order for me to stay here. If not, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go home. I know that.
Right. So what's your relationship like as pulling strings on your side? Like with Cassie and Luan, because I know
Cassie,
you guys are
Luan,
close.
and Shelly all trust me 100%.
Kalia and Shelly, like all of them. What are your strings pulling with them?
Okay, so Cassie and Luan were both. Did you already know about the alliance, the smaller four that I just told you about, the pairs?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Are
you lying to me?
No.
You guys did know?
Yes.
Who was in it?
Who's in yours? Mm-hmm. Dude, listen, I'm not going to tell you what I know and don't know.
I just want to know how much you guys really knew.
Well, we know. I told you, we know a lot more than you think we know.
Okay, so obviously I'm close with Cassie, I'm close with Luan, Shelly's close with Cassie. The four of us all assume that it was Adam and Kalia that switched, so we don't trust them at all. So those are my ties. I'm close with the three of them. I don't know how much I can influence them. You guys obviously know I was like the head of that snake running that charge from the get-go. So,
right.
I mean, I had that pull in the beginning. Do I have it now? I don't know how much they trust me as much as I trust them. But we're definitely still in good relations.
Right.
But they also know I have to cut a deal. We all talked about it in the last couple of days. Like, since yesterday, last night, they're like, Dom, you got to cut a deal or you're gone. Because they all know me and Adam are the two guys. And Adam goes around bragging about how much he knows the game and yada, yada, yada. So.
He doesn't know shit.
I feel the same way. He's too intimidating working with you guys at all, though. The second they realize that I'm rolling with you guys, they're not going to trust me at all.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So, I mean, we're going to have to play a game of, like, me being pissed off and fuck you guys. And
we're doing the same thing. Well, just keeping it the same. You know what I mean? Don't change what you do.
The same. I mean, they're already suspicious of me talking to Danny, though. I can tell you that right off the bat. They already know. They already know that I'm talking to her, like, about game. I mean, I'm sure the whole house sees it. That whole side are already like, what are you talking to Danny about?
And what are their thoughts? They're sticking to their guns too, all of them? They're going to stick? They don't want to cut deals? They want to stick?
Luan thinks Kalia's flipped. So Luan wants to work on something if he can. I don't know if he's going to talk to you or not. Shelly and Cassie both are very trustworthy to each other, so they just are thinking, we're just going to play, and if we go up, we can fight for veto. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that told Luan, I was like, Luan, if she... I mean, obviously, I can sway Luan and Cassie vote-wise, and Shelly probably vote-wise, but how is that good for you? I mean, if you want to pick off the worst people, you want to pick off Shelly, Kalia, and Adam, or me?
No, we just want to pick off whoever's coming after us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whoever's the main target coming after us, that's who we want to get rid of. That's all. It's as simple as that.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's probably Cassie and Shelly. Or me and Adam.
Right.
Yeah.
Which you guys already knew.
Yeah.
I think Kalia and Luan aren't even thinking game. I think they're just, Luan just thinks his social game that everyone likes him and loves him for his fashion is going to keep him here. I don't think that's the only thing he's really thinking. And Kalia, I don't even know what she's thinking. She told me she wanted to go home a couple weeks ago, so.
Why do you think Shelly and whatever, Cassie?
Well, Cassie, I know for sure is pissed off at Rachel because of the whole thing that she did yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was just unnecessary. So I know for sure, like, personally, Cassie's already has a vendetta against Portia and Rachel.
And there's talks, that's why I'm like, I don't mean 100%, because there's talks of, Rachel obviously,
hates Cassie.
Doesn't want her around.
And so does Portia.
So a lot of people want,
right. So
a lot of people want Cassie up.
But they also want to mend that bridge, too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not just going to go do
what everybody else
Exactly,
says
'cause
just
someone had a
because
fight.
they got
You
in
know,
a
it's
fight.
stupid.
Right.
And I know Cassie, the reason Cassie and Shelly are probably couple-wise the biggest target for you guys is because they're 100% sticking together.
Yeah.
They're going to fight veto. They're not going to cut a deal against each
Right.
other at all. You know what I mean? And they trust each other. So
Right.
it's like, if they win HOH, they're not going against each other,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
And I don't want to
Okay.
just put up Cassie just because everybody else
Exactly.
wants Cassie up.
Right.
But, it
Because,
might
I
be
mean,
an
I like
option.
both of y'all. But then it's like,
Well, you should also know that Cassie's willing to sway.
right.
I mean, as soon as I told Cassie, I was like, look, I have no other option here. My back's against the wall. I can't play with Adam anymore. She's all, well, what are you going to do? What kind of deal are you going to make? Who are you going to make it with? Because I can't stick with this side of the house either. Just FYI, Shelly doesn't really talk game with me at all that much.
Right.
Shelly doesn't trust anyone at all.
This is just a question. I want to see how you answer it. Would you put up Cassie?
Absolutely.
Really?
At this point, I have to. Dude, I have no ties to anyone. And I don't know if Cassie's voted for Keith or not. Just because I'm always canoodling with her, there's no showmances here. There are no
Do you
romantic
trust her
feelings at all.
100%?
Yeah, Cassie's
Yeah.
got my back. So if I go up, I'm like 90% sure if there's no other deals made, I'd get a vote from Cassie, Luan, and Shelly.
Right.
Kalia, she's indifferent, I think. So that's from my point of view, but I'd 100% put up Cassie right now.
I was just throwing it out there to see where your head was at. Like if
Why would I stay
mean?
with her? That would get me.
To benefit someone else, just
Right.
because somebody got in a stupid fight or because they're pissed off at one of you for something dumb.
Right.
I would want to do it for a smart reason, and I don't want to make enemies because, I don't know, I just don't want to piss anybody off. And if I do put you guys up, it's not personal or anything like that, but it's like I have to. I only got 3 couples to choose from, and I'm going to go with who I think is the strongest.
How about this? How about if, just throwing an option out there, what if I threw an HOH? The last HOH, which would be it.
And not put you guys on the block at all?
Well, if you didn't put me up this week, and then I throw the last HOH, then the last couple that's got to go is going to be, you know what I mean? That last golden key.
Mm-hmm. It's an option.
Meaning you put
But then we have to get Adam to.
The newer person. I'm not going to say a side. It's a newer person that'll probably get HOH next week, and I just want to make sure that we don't get split up or backdoored.
Well, that's not necessarily true either because it'll be 5-on-3, and then you'll be making a deal with one. So it'll
Yeah,
be
but it was
4-on-4.
3 against what?
3-on-6, but then you're going to be out of it, so it's going to be you, Brendan, Rachel, and then that 4th person who you strike a deal with to keep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
versus 4.
It's like this too. We could strike deals with whoever we want, and people could just be like, yeah, because they know they're going home. Yeah, for sure, I'll strike that deal. I'm going home. Fuck them right after I'm safe.
No,
You know
but they're
what
not
I
going to be playing. It's going to be 4-on-3.
Oh yeah. Well, still, whoever we say we'll strike a deal with is going to say fuck you later anyway. So
Yeah, but I'm saying, wouldn't that be better than if that's the case to strike a deal and not put that person up, then play 3-on-3 in the HOH?
I don't know, dude. You know how much there is to think about?
I know.
There's a
I'm
It's
just
like
throwing
all
options out.
these
Yeah, I'm
options.
just throwing options out. Just know that if whatever you guys do decide to do, it's not personal. Like personally, I like you guys both. I know I was a huge target in the game before this, as were you to me. So, whatever you guys come to a decision with, just know that I want to make a deal. I need help.
Right.
At this
No,
point,
I'm glad
and I
you
don't
did-
trust
I'm glad you
anyone
said
else.
that.
Yeah, I'm glad you came up here.
So, cool. All right,
right.
guys. Just let me know what's going on.
I will.
We will for
I
sure.
promise,
All
and I
right.
won't.
No matter what happens, we'll
Right.
still talk.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
and
you.
don't or try not to talk to me in front of them.
We're
not.
trying to talk to everybody, even if we bring them up here. We're like, hey, we just want to bring you up here to say hi. We just want to kind of talk to everybody so it doesn't look obvious when we want to talk to people like you.
Right.
So it doesn't look stupid. You know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly. And you know what I'm saying? Don't come down if I'm in the middle of the room and be like, hey, can we talk game outside?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
No.
Well, I'm just making sure because they're doing that nonstop in front of you guys, and I'm like, what the fuck? How stupid are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's-
Adam's always doing me these little fist pounds and shit. Stupid. All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, tell Cassie if you see her to come up here.
Okay, I will.
What?
I don't know. He acts more like it's Cassie.
Of course he does. What are they supposed to say in here?
Don't say the same thing to Cassie what you just said to him, because you know they're going to go talk.
What did we say to him?
I don't know who to put up. Yeah. She was pretty mad about the have-not.
Well, we didn't do it.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. At least I know she'll... I just don't want to get backdoored or whatever. Oh my God.